now? Is this now?
Good morning or afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your gracious host, Solomon Jones, and I just want to say thank you for joining me on the show today. 2021, we're one week away from this tumultuous year closing, and I just want to say, first and foremost, glory to the Most High for seeing us through, because this has been a very tumultuous year with different things that we're going through right now. If you look at the landscape in regards to food shortages and, the potential economic crisis and people having to deal with tyranny where they are forcing you to take something against your right as a human being, where they're taking away your freedom as a human being. And to me, you know what? The Most High, he gave us the freedom of choice, right? So who's man to say that you have to take something when the Most High gave us the freedom of choice? Who's man to say that you have to take a jab, something that, hasn't even been adequately tested for a long time? But let me get off that rant. This is the last presentation of the year. 10 things I learned about cryptocurrency. Hold on. Let me check the volume. Okay, good. We here. We're live. Okay. So 10 things I learned about cryptocurrency in 2021. Okay. By the way, they didn't have a crypto type graphics that I could use. So just so I'm just using this. I still think it's pretty dope. But let's begin the show without further ado. And for those, another thing I want to mention real quick. I wish you and yours a blessed and happy holiday season. Let's continue. If I can. 1 second. Okay, here we go. Now, first things first, the opinions expressed in this video are for general informational purposes only. They're not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual investment choices or to endorse any security or investment products. This presentation is only intended to provide education and is not to be considered as financial advice. All right, guys. So 2021 has been a very interesting year, and I'm going to go through what I learned personally. I know we all probably learned different things in 2021. Some people may have learned some of the things that I've learned. Some people may already know this, okay? Some of this stuff you probably had to relearn because you forgot, right? There were certain things that I relearned. And so we'll get into all of that because one thing people have to understand is, especially if you're just getting into cryptocurrency, there's a steep learning curve, right? And anybody who tells you that they know everything about crypto, I don't care how long they've been in crypto. I know people that have been in crypto since 2012, and they don't really know much about certain things about DeFi or staking or DAOs or anything like that. They just buy and sell. They just do basic trading, right? And then there's people who specialize in certain areas and people who don't, right? Depending on what it is. But my thing is this. I think that, knowledge is power, as the saying goes. And the more you know, the better it will help you to navigate regarding cryptocurrency, because we're moving at a rapid pace now where the technology will start to explode massively. And so it becomes even more imperative to understand, because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to try to play catch up, and they're going to be discouraged, and there's going to be a lot of different things. And so we'll get into all of that. All right. Now, number 10, doubters turned believers. I remember when I spoke about cryptocurrency in 2017, people thought I was nuts for talking about it, right? I remember Bitcoin was about $1,000, anywhere from 600 to $1,000, if I recall, depending on the corrections and stuff like that. Ethereum was $100. Litecoin was $30, right? Those were the only type of coins that you could get on Coinbase at the time. Those were the only three. It was Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, right? People that didn't understand crypto before are now some of the most passionate about this space. And to me, that's a beautiful thing. I've had conversations with different people, not just content creators and audience members, but also conversations with people in real life, right? Where they were some of the staunchest anti-crypto people or the believers, but now they're some of the most passionate, okay? Now, here's the thing, guys. When you see a doubter turn into a believer, don't gloat or don't be like, yo, I told you so. But I told you so. Okay, I'm playing. But it's a steep learning curve, and eventually people will get it. The thing that I realized quickly is that a lot of people, the reason why they don't believe in cryptocurrency or understand it, CR Frank, peace to you. The reason why they don't get it is because they haven't done the research. Like I said, it's a steep learning curve. There's a lot of information, a lot to process, and it becomes intimidating. And I'm telling you guys this because I remember when I first heard about it at the end of 2016, when a guy by Hybrid mentioned it to me, it went over my head, right? And then luckily, one of my mentors, along with personal friend that I've known for, you know, almost a decade now, Ian Bellina, he was able to explain it to me in a way that made sense in layman terms, right? So what you have to understand is right, James, what you have to understand is if you explain crypto to somebody and they rebuke you or they say you're crazy, you don't know what you're talking about, just realize it's kind of like Jesus said, for lack of knowledge, my people perish, right? And what I mean by that is the reason why a lot of people may be against it is because they don't understand it, right? There's certain people that can outtalk me when it comes to engineering and politics. It's not that I don't understand politics. Hold on a second. Let me turn off my phone. It's not that I don't understand politics, but there's just a lot that I don't know. And if we were to talk about engineering, Nikita, I don't understand the darn thing about engineering. I'm not a scientist, just like I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who's a geek who likes cryptocurrency. I love it. I've seen what it has done in my friends' lives, family, and myself. So just don't take it personal when somebody, when you try to talk cryptocurrency to a friend, a family member, an acquaintance, or somebody, and they look at you like you're crazy. Don't take it personal, okay? Because a lot of people don't understand it. But in the words of one of my favorite battle rappers, Sue Surf, they'll get it later, and some people will get it later, whether they like it or not. Adoption is inevitable, as I always say. That's facts. Now, you're not responsible for putting someone on. Now hear me out. Hear me out. This is where the part that people like to clip things. So we got to have things in full context. You're not responsible for putting someone on if you already mentioned crypto or try to inform them. That's already putting them on, right? Hold up. Let me take a swig of this Perrier. That's water, by the way, for those who don't know. And by the way, for exclusive coin analysis, because I know a lot of people say, oh, Solo, you don't post much. I post on Patreon like 5 days a week. So I do coin analysis. I give whale insights, stuff like that. Break down the market, market analysis, sentiment analysis, www.patreon.com/solotv84. All right, cool. But here's the thing. I remember one time back in 2017, I made a crypto video and somebody left a comment that said, yo, Solo, when you hit the lick, put me on, brother. I'm thinking to myself, I'm putting you on right now. I'm letting you know right now. Like, see, I got to be honest with you guys. A lot of people, they don't want to get into something unless they see you win. Like, okay, they see you level up on a coin, right? They're like, that's when all of a sudden people want to FOMO in. Well, usually then you're already late. So that's the thing. When people say, well, we want to see how much money you made, it's kind of like, bro, I got in at a certain price point, right? You might not get in at that price point, or you may, but the reality is that the reason why you get challenged like that is because people, let's be honest, people are sometimes lazy when it comes to doing the research. This is one of the reasons why I always say DYOR, do your own research. Listen, guys, when it comes to family, friends, and money, I don't play with those things. What do I mean by that? I mean that when it comes to money, I want to know what I'm investing in, what I'm spending my money on, right? Now, don't get me wrong. If a friend that I really trust tells me, yo, get into this coin, somebody like, Ian or Mr. Smith or the Prophet, salute to the Prophet, He's a mentor of mine. You will be hearing me speak about the Prophet a lot because he's been schooling me behind the scenes. And some of you guys know who the Prophet is. He's a YouTuber, and salute to the Prophet. He's probably watching right now from the clouds. He knows who he is, right? But the reality is, when somebody said, you can, people want you to, like, you can lead a horse, and I always say this, you can lead a horse to water, right? But you can't make a horse drink, NC. You can't make a horse drink, right? And so the reality is, if you already are giving your friends, family members, or strangers, coworkers, whoever, the information, right, then you've done your part. Do not feel guilty. Do not, guys, I say this because some of you guys are going to experience this. Do not feel guilty when you now are seeing your portfolio grow to exponential levels, and then people are going to come up to you and try to make you feel guilty. Oh, why didn't you tell me? And then you look them dead in the eye and say, I did tell you, but you didn't listen to me. You heard me, but you didn't listen. Don't feel guilty, guys. Right? Because at the end of the day, you've done your part. You have done your part. So I say this to say that there's going to be, in 2022, you're going to see a lot of people FOMOing in. And some of those people are going to be like, dang, why didn't you tell me? But you know what? The reality is those people are going to, when reality hits them, when the truth hits them, when they're willing to accept it, that they should have listened to you when you were giving them the game. That's facts. Now, guys, what do you think number 9 is? By the way, please smash the like button. Please smash the like button. What do you guys think number 9 is? And while you guys make your predictions, I'll take a swig of this Perrier. That's water, by the way. Anyway, number 9. The 9th thing that I learned about cryptocurrency in 2021. The metaverse, P2E, play to earn, games, NFTs, right? Now, the metaverse is a combination of multiple elements of technology, including virtual reality, augmented reality, and video, where users live within a digital universe. Supporters of the metaverse envision its users working, playing, and staying connected with friends through everything from concerts and conferences to virtual trips around to the world. Credit to USA Today. Now, here's the thing. The best way to describe the metaverse to somebody who may not get it is if you tell them to watch the movie Ready Player One. I think Ready Player One does a great job of kind of showing you what the metaverse is, or the potential, right? Now, when we speak of the metaverse, for those who don't may have heard of the word meta or metaverse being associated with Facebook, there's going to be different metaverses because different ecosystems, different blockchains are creating metaverses, right? Ethereum, Solana, Poly Network, aka Matic, which Matic, I think in 2022 will explode. What's the price of Matic currently as I make this video on Christmas Eve of 2021, right? Hold on a second. Matic right now is $2.56. Okay. You guys, by the end of next year, Matic will explode because Matic does not have any transaction fees. Matic is going to explode. Matic is definitely on my list. Facts. You have different ecosystems of the metaverse. Me personally, like Keanu Reeves, I'm not going to be using the Facebook version of Meta or metaverses. Matter of fact, I haven't used Facebook in 4 years. Once the information relayed that basically Facebook takes all your information and then sells it in your privacy to basically make money, right? So I'm not a fan of Facebook. And on top of that, let's be honest, how Mark Zuckerberg got Facebook was kind of in a shady way too. But that's another video, another topic. Now, play to earn games refer to the concept of gaming in which a platform provides its players with a chance to earn from from any in-game assets, and I misspelled it, forgive me, can be transferred to real world as valuable resource. Credit to CoinMarketCap. Well, actually, I didn't misspell it because that was from CoinMarketCap. So shout out to them. Right, John Thomas? But play to earn games, you're already starting to see it. I mean, the gaming industry has exploded due to the 19 situation beginning of last year. And cryptocurrency has benefited from that because you have popular games like Axie Infinity, which are very popular in the Asian markets, particularly in Vietnam, the Philippines, right? As well as in Africa, Nigeria, Ghana. Salute to my home country, my heritage, right? Now, when you start to look at that, where there are people in the Philippines where the average monthly income is around anywhere from $100 to about $350, and some of the top players in the Philippines who play Axie Infinity are making $1,000 to $2,000, right? So they're making 10 to like 15x more than the average monthly salary. You already are now starting to see the potential of it. Now, I understand some people think, well, I don't think it's going to really go anywhere. I mean, it's all speculative, but it's already happening. Ain't no speculation, bro. It's already happening, right? Those numbers that I just told you, 1 to 2,000, look it up. I'm not pulling them out of thin air. So the metaverse is something that, has definitely exploded in regards to this concept with different tokens and gaming platforms and whatnot. I mean, Axie Infinity, we all know how Axie was worth like 90 cents in the beginning of January of 2021. As I'm looking at the price now, Axie Infinity is at $107.37. Axie went up as high as $164. So imagine if you got into Axie Infinity back in January the 16th, it was like 60 cents. You up. And make no mistake, guys, in 2022, gaming tokens, metaverse tokens, P2E, that's probably going to be my main focus on this channel. I mean, I'm going to be talking about other coins as well, tokens as well. But the gaming tokens, I think, is going to be massive in the next decade. Salute to John Thomas. Smash the like button. Yes, please smash the like button. Now, NFTs, right? Those are non-fungible tokens. You may have heard of the word NFTs. They're digital assets that are unique and can't be interchanged with something else and are recorded on a blockchain. Currently, as of creation of the video, the NFT market is worth over $27 billion. Credit to Yahoo Finance for that information. Salute. So the NFT marketplace has exploded. Now, guys, I think that NFTs, you watch different YouTubers and they're talking about NFTs, right? I'm thinking to myself, I might have to come up with my own NFT. I think that would be dope. Let me know if you would cop it, right? And so some people say, well, okay, so what are NFTs good for? Well, NFTs, you can, let me give you some examples. Unique digital artwork, right? A unique sneaker on a fashion line, a unique game item, a collectible item, right? For those who play NBA 2K, for example, I don't know if they'll tokenize it in NFT forms, but they may. But anybody ever play NBA 2K and you get the badges, right? And these badges give, rankings to players and attributes and different things like that, right? A ticket or something like that can be an NFT, right? So NFTs can come into many different forms. Digital art, music, videos. The R&B singer Tory Lanez released an NFT album early in the summer, or late summer, early fall of 2021 this year, and it sold out literally within minutes, right? And so the reality is that you're going to see an explosion of NFTs. Now, some people think NFTs right now in a bubble and may crash. I don't disagree with that. I think that NFTs will evolve in the future, right? But right now, is it in a bubble? Yes, it is. I will say that. But that's another different topic for another video, right? Now, guys, what do you think number 8 is? This is number 8, right? What do you guys think number 8 is? The number 8, understand the basics, but become a specialist. What does that mean? Okay, let's delve into that. So in 2021, crypto exploded with the rise of meme coins, game tokens, NFTs, DAOs, DeFi, right? And by the way, decentralized autonomous organizations, those are DAOs. I'm just getting into the basics, right? DAOs have been around since what, 2016, right? And I'm just getting into DAOs right now. And basically, DAOs are decentralized organizations represented by rules and coded as a computer program that is transparent and controlled by the organization. Okay. So basically, to me, DAOs are decentralized venture capitalists. I mean, that's my definition of it. Oh, Solo, you're wrong. I mean, once again, that's my definition of it. That's like if you were to explain DAOs to somebody who's not even familiar with, cryptocurrency in general, that's how I would describe DAOs. Understand the basics, but specialize in one category to become a specialist, right? So why do I say that? Because of the fact that it can become overwhelming to learn the different categories, ecosystems, tokens, coins, etc. Right? And it can become very, very overwhelming. And I think that, if you understand the basics of how something works or what something represents in the space, that's good. But that doesn't mean you have to be an expert in every category. But one thing that I realize is the reason why I'm going to be focusing on gaming tokens particularly is because I am passionate about gaming, right? You guys know one of my investments is Secured Ship, and it's a P2E game, but they kind of get you with the P2E because you got to be in the top, ranked in the top 3. And my ranking last week, I made it into the top 42. That's facts. And I got the screenshot to prove it. But now I'm not ranked in the top 50, period. But trying to learn everything can become overwhelming, guys. So I'm just telling you, if you understand the basics of how NFTs work, cool. Game tokens work, cool. Meme tokens work, cool. But specialize in one thing, right? If you want to specialize in DeFi, staking, right? Great. I'm all for it, right? But don't think that you have to be a specialist in everything, because there's certain people that, for example, I know people that are familiar with meme coins, but they don't touch meme coins. I know people that are familiar with NFTs, but they don't, invest in NFTs. I know people that know about DeFi, and they don't do DeFi. I don't know why you wouldn't, but yeah, it is what it is, right? So understand the basics, but become a specialist. Number 7. What do you guys think number 7 is? I think number 7 might surprise some people. Right? Number 7. Let's get into it. Number 7. Get ahead of predictions. Get ahead of predictions. Pick a coin or category and become an early investor, i.e. pre-sales, game tokens, energy tokens, social tokens, etc. So it kind of ties into the previous one where I was talking about being a specialist, right? And so when you start to become a specialist or start to learn more about a particular category in the cryptocurrency space or coin, start to get ahead of the predictions, right? I personally think that the future is in game tokens, energy tokens, and social tokens. Now, energy tokens dealing with, energy and whatnot, mining. I think that's going to become huge. It's already huge, but I think energy in general too, if you think about just overall energy in regards to consumption, now you're looking at the fact that we're kind of already delving over into cars, electric cars, for example, where now everywhere in the USA, electric charging stations are popping up, right? Social tokens will be used because you already are starting to see that having what they call a social credit score will matter. In China, for example, a social credit score can, hinder you from living in certain neighborhoods and things like that, even getting jobs. So social tokens in certain aspects will be your kind of like your rep score, your credit score, right? So, and there's also going to be categories, guys, that we haven't even thought of yet because they're just right now there's somebody working on something that we haven't thought of yet, or there'll be a need for something coming up in a few years that we haven't even thought of yet. Learn fundamentals, steady charts, cycles, learn technical analysis, or watch people who are great at TA. Now, you guys know I don't do a lot of TA. I have people that I trust, a team that, they're well-versed in TA. I also watch the blockchain backer, shout out to him. His technical analysis is probably the best on YouTube that I've seen because he's been spot on, right? And so one of the things is to get ahead of predictions, you can't just go off fundamentals. Technical analysis is important. I will never take away from that. However, technical analysis can predict the flash crash. That's facts. Technical analysis did not predict the April flash crash. Facts. It did not predict the September flash crash when Bitcoin flash crashed to $8,000. That's facts. Technical analysis, can predict that. So just a little jab at my TA guys. It is what it is. Who knows? We might see a flash crash to zero, right? In Bitcoin, and then it might go back up. So hey, you never know. A flash crash to zero. I mean, hey, you never know. I call that an act of God. If that happens, man, I hope you're able to buy. You know what I'm saying? That's facts. Now, one of the reasons why I say get ahead of predictions is one thing that, and the reason I put this here is because of the last part. And that's why I have to say salute to the Prophet, who was a mentor of mine, right? Very, very smart guy. Very, very, the guy is he just understands the market, right? The Prophet, he's a visionary. He's a mentor, and I respect him greatly because of the fact of his intelligence, because he's able to see things. A lot of the stuff that is happening right now, he was telling me 5-6 months ago, right? And we had a conversation. Today's Thursday. We had a conversation. No, today's Friday. Okay. We had a conversation on Wednesday about mass adoption and things like that, right? And it's funny because one thing I'm starting to learn is if you're dealing with somebody who's very intelligent, learn to be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll drop a lot of jewels. And nowadays when he talks, I got a pen and a notebook handy. But we were talking about adoption. He said, you know what? This is how you know that mass adoption is starting to peak. When you see a Shiba Inu or cryptocurrency Super Bowl commercial. He told me that on Wednesday, I believe. And then the next day, what happened on the news? Crypto.com announced that they'll be running an ad during the Super Bowl, as did FTX, which is one of the biggest exchanges, right? And so why is this important? It's important because if you're in the space right now, you're already ahead of the trend. Technically, you're already ahead of the trend because we're in if you look at the S curve phase, right? The adoption phase, and I've made a video about that already. You guys should check it out. It's probably my best live stream that I've ever done regarding crypto. But when you look at where we're at right now in regards to adoption in the S curve adoption phase or model, whatever you want to call it, we're still in the early adoption phase. We're still in the early adoption phase. And so having a vision, understanding where this could potentially go will help you. Now, does that mean you're going to be right all the time? No, because there's always going to be things that you can't foresee. For example, a flash crash, right? Let's say Bitcoin flash crash to zero. Nobody can foresee that. I mean, it's not like I can say, hey, guys, we're going to have a Bitcoin flash crash today or tomorrow to zero. Nobody can predict that unless you're God. Amen. So that's all I got to say about that. What's going on, RP Awareness? What's going on? Now, what's number 6? What do you guys think number 6 is? I mean, I gave you a clue. That's number 6. I mean, hold on. Let me hit this Perrier. I know you guys are like, dang, Solo, you drink a lot of water. Yeah, I'm not used to talking this much. I haven't done a live stream in a minute. Please hit the like button. Number 6. Take a break. Take a break. What does that mean? It's okay to take a few days off if you feel stressed out because of the market. And I have to say salute and kudos to Chico Crypto. He made a video about 2 weeks ago where he's got a big Chico Crypto is a big YouTuber, right? And he's got his own style, and I appreciate that. And he made a video where he basically said, hey, guys, I got to take a break because this is getting too much, right? Being in the crypto market, guys, hit 1 if the crypto market in 2021 to you has been an emotional roller coaster. Hit 1 in the chat if it's been an emotional roller coaster for you. Because what happens is we go down, then we go up, we go down. Then when we go up, we think we're just going to go sky high, right, MetaRick? But then we go down, then we have flash crashes. We had a flash crash 2 weeks ago. Remember, Bitcoin was at like 53, and then we went down to like 44,000, or was I like 52? Right? So mentally, it can wear on you. I remember I was talking to a millionaire guy I know. He's not in crypto, or he might be, but he got into crypto. But he said, "Yo, I had to get out of crypto," and I said, "Why?" He said, "I just couldn't deal with the volatility. It was just too much." Guys, you know what I say about crypto, that you have to have ice cold veins, right? When I start to notice that my veins are warming up as they have been, I have to take a break. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because this is how you know you're getting stressed out, Mr. Hudson. This is how you know, when you are checking your portfolio every hour. And if the market is down, that is the worst thing you can do. Because what starts to happen? Anxiety, stress, depression. And what happens when you start to feel these things? You start to make bad decisions. Being anxious, or even greedy, where you're feeling good, right? Because if you're too high on the emotional spectrum or too low, you're going to make rash decisions or brash decisions. You're going to take riskier chances or mistakes. And that tends to happen. Like when I FOMO'd into Cliff. Yo, shout out to Yarn World. Yo, Yarn World made like 300K off of Cliff. And I saw that, and then I FOMO'd it. Yo, no, there's no hate though, man, because I still think Cliff will go back up. I still think so. So shout out to Yarn World, man. He hit a lick with Cliff. Now, I mean, salute to that brother, man. He's doing his thing. I got to shout him out because Yarn World made me realize, like, yo, like, there's gems out there. You just got to find them. There's a lot of gems out there. You know, people thought, okay, we got Shiba Inu, let's just chill. Nah. There's still other gems out there, and there will be other gems in the future. You know what I mean? Lorenzo Rock says, you want to beat up the neighbor's dog. Yeah, bro. Yeah, so take a break, guys. It's okay to take a week off. Don't take, and here's the thing, guys. even when I say take a break, I mean, that doesn't mean that, you shouldn't look at them. I mean, because I still look at charts if I take a break, but I'm not looking at charts actively like I do. Because some of you guys know that I'll be up until 4 a.m. editing videos or looking at charts, stuff like that, looking at, different retail sentiment, institutional sentiment, looking at different things. Take a break, guys. Take a break. Do something else. What do I do when I take a break? I meditate on the scripture. I try to pray. I try to have a conversation with the Most High. Or if I'm in the flesh, I'm pogging. God forgive me for that. Amen. Amen. We have a gracious God who forgives. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right. Number 5. What do you guys think number 5 is? Hold up, guys. What is the 5th thing that I learned about crypto in 2021? I'm gonna give you guys 30 seconds because I think you guys will be surprised. Number 5 could be number 1, could be number 2. But number 5 is have an exit strategy. I mean, it could be number 1, right? For most people, it should be number 1. But to me, I put it at number 5 for me. Have an exit strategy. Take profits and have a plan or multiple plans. Salute to Brianna Jones, the CPA who I interviewed. I listen, guys, intelligent young woman. Salute to her because, listen, guys, when I did my profit plan, I did it on some hood tip, meaning that I had my Word, my Microsoft, Microsoft Word, and I was doing it like that. Brianna's like, nah, we don't do that over here. You guys remember that meme, the Wakanda Forever meme? We don't do that over here. We do spreadsheets now. We do Excel now. And I was like, oh, word. So salute to her because the way she had the spreadsheets down, and by the way, for those who want to get your own version of a template of the spreadsheets, I do have that on Patreon. That's facts, right? But when she did that, I was like, oh, take profits, have multiple plans, guys. One thing that is irrefutable about any market is what goes up must come down, right? Nothing stays up forever. Shout out to my boy, Maurice Johnson. I told the story before, but I got to tell it again. Shout out to Maurice. Maurice, this was when, I believe this was in June or May when, Theta, when the market was just, good, right? And Maurice was looking to take profits from Theta. And there were people that were telling Maurice in my millionaire group, like, don't do it, man. You're going to regret it. Don't do it, right? Don't do it, man. Theta will never be, these price will never go below this price again, right? And so everybody was just going at Maurice. And then me and Maurice had a conversation. Maurice had called me and he said, bro, I'm going to take profits from Theta because I'm going to pay off my college loan. And if I pay that off, I'll be financially free. And I said, Maurice, you do what you got to do, brother. And you know why I told Maurice that? Because Maurice and I knew something those guys in the group didn't. Or those guys in the group didn't know. Or didn't think of. What goes up has to come down. It's immutable. It's irrefutable. What goes up has to come down. Maurice and I, we've been in the crypto space for around the same time, since 2017. We saw the bull run in 2017. When 2018 happened, everybody was saying, all the YouTubers, who, by the way, most YouTubers, they really don't know what's going to happen next, including myself. But I do think we'll have a flash crash to zero. That I do know. Ask me about it when it happens. But here's the thing. Me and Maurice, we were there in 2017 and 2018. So in 2018, me and Maurice, we were buying all these coins. And we were like, yo, it's going to go up. It's going to go up. Well, what happened in 2018? Things went up a little bit in April. Then they went down. And then in 2019, even down further. So Maurice understood that what goes up must come down. This is why it's important to take profits. This is why it's important to have a plan, because nothing stays up forever, right? And so what happened with Theta? Well, eventually, when it was at $15 or $12, whenever Maurice cashed out, he cashed out when it was high, it went down. And now Theta's at $4.73. So guys, there's another thing, caveat to that, another thing to that. You know, nothing stays up forever, right? Now, will there be a point where in the future, certain prices, you'll never get Theta below a certain price? Yes, of course. But eventually, things do go down. Queen of the South says, hey, Solo, it's helpful. I don't know where to start. Well, you can start with my Trendsetter Cryptocurrency course. If you don't want to do the course, you can always go on Patreon. It's only $5 a month. You know, $10 gets you everything. So, you know, I'm just letting you know. Or if you want to be really stingy, I'm sorry, I'm using sign language. Or you can, or just go through my playlist. My playlist has a lot of nuggets and gems that you can go through. Having a plan will put you ahead of 90% of the market. The reason why people get wrecked is because of what I said previously, where people either get greedy and they want to, you know, when they see the price go up, they want to, you know, keep waiting, and then they move the benchmark and doing this. For me personally, the reason why I love to have a plan written down or typed out on Excel spreadsheets or even Microsoft Word is because I have a plan, and I know that when I made the plan, I wasn't in my feelings. The plan was because of logical reasons, right? And so having a plan, and everybody has their own financial situation, but having a plan will keep you from making mistakes, right? If Maurice didn't cash out that money at the time, I mean, yeah, he still would be up with Theta. Of course he would, because he got in when it was like, you know, less than $1, I believe. But if Maurice didn't cash out at the time, he may still be paying on that college loan. And now because Maurice is debt-free, he can do whatever he wants with that money, right? So one of the things that I did is like, yo, I took profits too on Shiba Inu, right? Because it's okay to, if you're up, it's okay to take profits. Now, guys, ask me what will happen a month and a half from now. We'll see. We'll see. Number 4. Rug pull. Scams are evolving. Okay, over 7.7 billion was stolen in cryptocurrency scams worldwide up until this point in 2021, according to a new report by Blockchain Analytics from Chainalysis. That's an 81% rise compared to 2020. Scams are up, guys. And I guarantee you scams will be up double that in 2022. Why? Very simple. Remember, for lack of knowledge, my people perish. There's going to be a lot of people, guys, coming in that, remember, I say this, cryptocurrency, there's a steep learning curve. And there's going to be people coming in and they're going to hear about a coin and they're going to FOMO into a coin, and then they're going to get rug pulled. And sometimes it's not even that, you know, with rug pulls, you may even get into a project that looks solid, that looks great, but it gets rug pulled. Rug pulls have been the biggest scam in 2021. I've been rug pulled twice. Facts. I've been rug pulled twice. My cousin, shout out to my cousin E. He's probably gonna watch the playback because my cousin always watches, or he watches, or he might be watching from the clouds. My cousin gets rug pulled every week because he does what I call flipping, right? So flipping is like day trading, but it's not conventionally day trading. So what flipping is, what he does is he tries to get into meme coins when they private sell or pre-sell, or he tries to get in coins when it's, you know, very early. Well, sometimes what happens is he gets into projects that are rug pulls because his strategy is very risky. You know what I'm saying? His strategy is very, very risky. So rug pulls have evolved and scams are evolving. You guys remember the video I made where I almost got scammed with the Dust Coin scam? And guys, listen, I'm telling you guys this because I don't want you to make the same mistakes I made. And even a guy like me who has been in the crypto space for 4 years, I've been rug pulled, right? And sometimes it's based off of, and I noticed and as I said in the video, the best crypto tip ever video that I posted the other day, when I make the most mistakes in crypto is because I'm trying to FOMO into something. I'm trying to FOMO into a coin. I become emotional, and then I got to take a break. Got to let those veins become ice cold again. That's facts. Let me read some of the comments, guys. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to put up a presentation here. What's up, Knight? He says, what up and good afternoon. Merry Christmas to you and your family, brother. Hey, man, same to you, man. May God and the Most High bless you and your family, sir. Mike Fletcher says, hit me with that beta. Oh, I got you, Mike Fletcher. I got you, bro. Hold on. I got you. I'm going to hit you up with that beta. Hold on. I got you. Hold on.
Beta.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
Beta.
Ryan James says, don't fumble the crypto bag, hodl. Yeah, hodl is a you know, I know a lot of people saying hodl is not a good strategy. I think hodl, to me personally, is a great strategy. However, if you're trying to make profits now, there are different strategies in place. DeFi, for example, or flipping. Shout out to my bro, Yon World, right? He's the master flipper. You know what I mean? 50 Cent. He's the 50 Cent of crypto. You know what I mean? Shout out to Yon World. CD325 says, DeFi scams is nasty. Solo, good looks, and all the crypto love. You live and you learn. Exactly. We got to talk about this because a lot of your favorite YouTubers are not going to tell you that they got rug pulled or scammed. You know, they're just not. Rug pulls, for those who don't know what a rug pull is, I probably should have explained it at the beginning. Rug pulls are a type of scam where developers abandon a project and leave with investors' funds, became the go-to scam of the decentralized finance or DeFi ecosystem. So like I said, guys, I got rug pulled with 2 coins this year. And coincidentally, these 2 coins that I got rug pulled by were within the last 3 months. So it was Hyperrise and Hyperboost. Man, Hyperboost, man, they got me good, bruh. And I should have known it was a scam, right? Because they were one of the first to have that high tax rate, that 18% tax. If they have these new SafeMoon implemented this 10% tax when you buy and sell, but then Hyperboost did 15% buy-in tax and 18% sales tax. But they got me because, the team was docs. They had a great white paper. They had great marketing already. And I was like, okay, I'll take a risk. I mean, I only lost $50. I know Brianna's rolling her eyes like, this dude be tripping. But, because you kind of like, if it sounds too good to be true, sometimes, a lot of you guys were giving me the side eye when I talked about Shiba Inu back in April and May. You guys were giving me the side eye. I remember. I had some people say, Solo, what are you doing? What's Shiba Inu? I remember that. A lot of my OGs on the channel were like, all right, man, you talking about meme coins? I'm going to head out. That's what you guys said. And now with Shiba Inu, we up. If you got into Shiba Inu, when I told y'all about it back in April and May, we up. And guess what? I've been dollar cost averaging. I still buy Shiba. I buy the dips. Ask me about Shiba next year when Shiba hits penny. We'll talk about that later. Facts. In 2021, rug pulls accounted for over $2.8 billion stolen, or 37% of all cryptocurrency scam revenues, compared to 1% in 2020. So rug pulls are going up, right? Why are rug pulls increasing? Because number one, as I mentioned earlier, you have more people coming into the market. So a lot of us, especially when you come into the market and you don't have a lot of funds, you're going to look for coins that are relatively low. Like you're going to look for coins that are below a dollar or even below a penny, right? C3 says, things I learned, don't buy on big bull runs, aka FOMO, and don't be afraid to take profits. At least take your initial investment. Yeah, we talked about taking profits. That was number 5. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Check your cash app. Oh, okay. Yeah, your White Knight. Yeah, that's a way to get my attention. Yes, sir. Let me check the cash app. My boy White Knight hit me. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, guys, for those who want to tip the jar for, I do have a cash app, and I do accept crypto donations as well. You know what I'm saying? It goes into the Keisha fund. I'm just really. Let me just stop. My mama probably watching like, son, this is why I tell you. I love my mom. Shout out to my mom and my dad too. You know what I'm saying? All right. Hey, man, I appreciate you. Also, I want to say shout out to John Thomas because he hit me with a cash app in the previous show, and I didn't mention it. So shout out to John Thomas and shout out to White Knight for the $10 cash app. Appreciate you, player. Appreciate you. Know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. Now, taxes, to me, taxes are the new rug pull. Guys, and I talked about this on Patreon, right? Taxes to me are the new rug pull. You have certain coins now that have come up with taxes starting out at 10%. Now, I saw a coin, guys, where the sales tax, if you want to cash out, is 49%. What? 49%. So when I saw that, I was like,
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
This was how they did it, guys. They did it in a slick way, too. They called it their anti-whale mechanism. So what it means is, for the first month, the sales tax is 49%. The second month is 39%. The third month is 29%, and so on until it goes down to 10%. Well, guys, what do you think happens when it goes down to 10%? They pull the rug. Now, it could not be a rug pull. I could be wrong. But here's the thing, guys. So imagine you are buying a meme coin, for example, on the Ethereum blockchain. So not only do you get taxed 49%, but then you got to pay the Ethereum fee? Bruh.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
So me personally, I have a new rule. If a coin, my new rule is this: if the coin is above a 20% overall tax, that means 10% buy-in and then 10% selling. I'm not getting into it. I'm not. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Ralskin says prioritizing your security, and especially the one of your mouth, is a must. You know what? I like that you said that. Let's talk about that too. So, I remember in the summer, I said something I shouldn't have said. One of the things is a lot of people, and I see what they like to do is they say, well, first they said, well, have you made $1 million? Have you made 100,000? Have you made six figures, right? They ask you questions like that. Now the goalpost has moved to, you shouldn't be talking about crypto unless you've made 15 million. Like it's getting asinine. But one of the reasons why I realize is because once again, it goes back to the whole thing of people won't believe it until they see it. But then on the flip side, you have certain people who want to know how much you got. They want to know how much you got because they might want to, skedaddle and rat-tat-tattle, meaning they might want to do something. Who knows? Because you don't know who's watching. You have no idea. You have no idea what nefarious individuals could be watching you. Or on the flip side, what influential person could be watching you. I got to shout out my homie, Deron Jones, the R&B singer from 112. He's been watching me for 8 months. And he cash apps. I shout him out. I didn't even know it was him. Anybody seen the show where I let him on? He had been donating for 8 months, been watching me, maybe even more. I don't know. But I know I've seen him on my many shows. And then finally he hopped on a live stream and I'm like, hold up, bro. You look familiar. Where do I know you from? He's like, oh, I used to be in the R&B group 112. And for those who don't know, 112 was one of the biggest R&B groups in the late 90s and early 2000s. It went platinum a bunch of times, bunch of hit records. I'm like, wow. So you never know who's watching you. You could have influential people watching you, or you could have nefarious individuals watching you. So going back to what Laziskin or Raliskins is saying is, be careful what you say. Be careful what you say to other, not just obviously online, but be careful for what you say to other people, friends, even family members. Be careful what you say. I have learned that sometimes it's best to be quiet. Oh, Solo, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. You ain't making no money off this crypto, man. Sometimes Mike Fletcher, you quiet, or in my head, I'm thinking this.
Beta.
Guys, this is important. Do not feel the need that you have to prove yourself to people. Do not feel the need that you have to tell people, I'm a millionaire. Do not feel the need. Because what will happen, I've talked about this before, you will start to see the envy and jealousy in some people's eyes. And on the flip side, you will see people smiling at you. But you don't know what they're thinking. They could be smiling at you because they're genuinely happy for you, or they could be smiling at you because they're scheming and plotting. Somebody who's a scammer is not going to come up to you and say, hey, Queen of the South, I'm a scammer. Let me get your crypto. Hey, Ryan James, I'm a scammer. Let me get your crypto. Or hey, Rala Ziskin, I'm a scammer. Let me get your crypto. No. A scammer is going to come in the disguise of a sheep in wolf's clothing, a wolf in sheep's clothing. He's going to come to you as a friend. He's going to come to you as something you like. There's a saying. There's a saying that the devil never shows up in horns and a pitchfork. The devil shows up in something that you like as a friend, as something that you appreciate. The devil might show up as Kimberly. Don't assume, guys, that somebody who is a scammer, quote unquote, looks like a scammer. Because some of the best scammers in the world, they look like friends. They look like Kimberly. They look like the guy next door. Those are some of the best scammers. And while they scamming you, they running off with your money like this. Facts. It's very important, guys, that once, you cash out, or whatever you do, keep that to yourself. Keep that to yourself. I don't tell people I'm semi-retired. That's none of their business. Keep that to yourself. Don't tell people you're going on vacation on Facebook or Instagram. Keep that to yourself. Because while you're on vacation, doing it up with Kimberly and Bernice, that's another video. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Guys, what do you think number 3 is? You guys, I gave you guys a little clue here. You know, you guys are looking at a graph and you're thinking, okay, what am I looking at? I can't really tell. Mike Fletcher says, do not look for external validation. Try to impress yourself. Mike Fletcher, hallelujah. Hallelujah, bro. Because you're preaching right now. And that is something the Most High has dealt with me with. Because think about it. Some of us, we've been in this space for years and people laughed at us. People have mocked us. And some of us, we want to say, ha ha, told you so. Here's my portfolio. Oh, that rhymed. Bars. Let me do it again. Ha ha, told you so. Here's my portfolio. We want to do that. But keep that to yourself. Keep that to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Listen, guys. Listen, you will never know with me. You will never see me post no fancy cars on Instagram. You will never see me flexing no jewelry or cash. You will never see that. I mean, I might show you guys a nice meal because, you know, you guys know I like to eat. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to be rich to eat a nice meal. You just need to know how to cook. You know what I mean? But listen, I'm not going to be flexing. Nah, bruh. I ain't going to be flexing. Nah. I don't flex. Even if you go on my Instagram, bro, I don't. I mean, it might be some soft shoe flex. I mean, but even that, like posting food, it ain't flexing. I mean, that to me, that's not. I mean, if posting food is flexing, I guess everybody's flexing that. I mean, you know. Anyway, shout out to CD325. He says, once crypto moons, news hits the mainstream, people's memories will be strong. Facts. But you know what? It's like Mike Fletcher says, you know, do not look for external validation. Try to impress yourself. I'm at a point now where the only validation I need now is from the Most High. Because if the Most High validates you, how can man discredit you? That's the only validation I need. That's the only validation I need. Hallelujah. Mike Fletcher says, try to impress yourself. I like this. I appreciate this. Lorenzo Rock says, go to Red Lobster. Yeah, bro. I'm about, listen, bro. Me and my homeboy, we're about to go eat right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, but you will never see me flex at the Louis store or flex with the Range Rover. I don't have a Range Rover. I drive a hoopty. That's facts. I mean, listen, I don't care how rich I am or how rich I will be. I'm always drive a Toyota Corolla. Some of the best cars in the world, bro. The gas mileage? Are you kidding, man? Stop the cap. But anyway, let's continue. Number 3, adoption is happening rapidly. Hold on, guys. Let me move the ticker symbol for it. But adoption is happening rapidly. So what is this graph that you're looking at right here? This is the adoption graph, how internet got adopted, right? So from here to here, this is like the 1 billion mark. It took the adoption of modern day internet from 97 to 2005, about 7.5 years to reach 1 billion. Okay. Now, when we look at the charts for crypto or Bitcoin, right? They're expecting it to be in 4 years. In 4 years, they're expecting adoption. Crypto.com, they just came out with an article where Crypto.com yesterday says they expect to have 1 billion users by next year. 1 billion users by next year. That sounds insane. That sounds insane, right? Because Crypto.com is one of the fastest growing platforms, right? And I know they had about 1 million in 2019. Then they crossed 10 million in February. I don't know where they're at right now, but they expect to have 1 billion users by next year. Do I think they can reach it? Guys, if you would have told me that Dogecoin and Shiba Inu would be the top two most talked about coins in cryptocurrency in 2021, back in 2020, around this time, I would have thought you didn't know what the heck you were talking about. Adoption is happening rapidly. Now let's take a look at the S-curve chart, right? And I talked about that a little bit earlier here. For you guys who are not familiar with the S-curve, I mean, this basically shows the growth of a business or product, right? Or technology, because it has an adoption curve, which by definition is the cumulative rate that a population adopts a product, service, or technology over time. An adoption curve, or an S-curve, is made up of 5 different segments of adoptions or ability to adapt, okay? Early adopters were people that got into cryptocurrency during its inception in 2009 to, I would say, 2016 or 17-ish. We're right now the early majority, right? We're right here. If you're right here, you still gonna be caking. What's gonna happen in a couple of years is the late majority. That's when massive adoption and massive growth will happen. Could potentially happen next year. Somebody, I thought it would happen in 2025, but it wouldn't shock me if it happens next year. If you start to see massive adoption happening, it wouldn't shock. Guys, impossible is nothing, or nothing is impossible. Why do I say that? Because you have to keep an open mind. If somebody would have told me that, Dogecoin is going to hit 73 cents in April or May of 2021, back in April or May of 2020, I would have thought you were nuts. I would have thought, you don't even know what you're talking about. Guys, nowadays, nothing shocks me. Shiba Inu to $1, I believe it. Next year, I don't think so. Maybe a quarter. 25 cents. Yeah, okay. I know that sounds crazy, but guess what? If you would have told me Dogecoin to 73 cents, 2021, I would have thought you were crazy, because Dogecoin, unlike Shiba, is uncapped. It's limitless supply. They can make as much Dogecoin as they want. Shiba is capped at like 580 something or 590 trillion. How could you get Shiba Inu to a quarter? Very easy. Burn. You gotta burn. You just gotta burn and buy and burn. There you go. I mean, it's not as simple as that, but I'm just simplifying it. Okay. Now, for you guys who want to see how this looks in the real world, right? These are like the innovators. They get in. These guys are already caking, right? The early adopters of something. And then you guys can see, like, for example, like, look at Facebook, right? Facebook came out, and then the late majority, like when Gmail, everybody started. Gmail, a lot of people don't realize, but Gmail used to be exclusive. Remember, like Gmail, you couldn't get into Gmail unless, like, you were, like, invited. Does anybody remember that? Now everybody's using Gmail. Television is like people that are late. Everybody's got a TV right now. So this is what, like, early adoption would look like. This is the Rogers bell curve right here, or for adoption and profits and whatnot. Hold on, let me move this out here. 1 second. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's no doubt in my mind that Shiba Inu will hit a penny next year. I believe it, and I know that sounds crazy, sounds insane, and we'll talk more about that in a moment, right? So here we see the profit opportunity. Then you see the mass market. Guys, remember what I said earlier? You are right now, if you're in crypto, you're right here. I mean, I would say it shows right here. I would say maybe we're right here, but you're still in the early majority. You still, like, if you hodling crypto right now, you are in the early majority. That's facts, So looking at this, we look at that. As I already showed, I mean, MySpace right now, does anybody even use MySpace? I don't think so. I do not think so. Right? So that's just the reality of it, right? So that just gives you guys a glimpse of when we're talking about, you know, where we're at right now in the crypto market. We're still early. We are still early, right? We're not the early adopters or the innovators. No, we're not. I mean, shoot, I wish. But if you look at the S curve where we're at, we're still early. We're still early. You know, we're still early adopters, early majority. We're still, you know, I would say we're early majority. That's what I think personally. I don't know, Dollar Will, where do you think we're at, man? Let me know, Dollar Will. But I think we're early majority. That's what I think. I don't know about that penny for next year. A lot has to be burned. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's continue, guys, because now if you look at countries with cryptocurrency owners, right? India is number one. Over 100 million people in India have cryptocurrency. 27 million in the USA, 17 million in Russia, 13 in Nigeria, 10 in Brazil, 5 in Ukraine, 9 in Pakistan, 9 million, 7 million in Indonesia, and so on and so on. Okay. So here you guys can see that a lot of countries are getting into the space, right? And then they have it broken down by the many millions and then the population of the country. Now let's take another look. Here's the rank by percentage. So meaning what's the percentage of the people in the country that are in cryptocurrency? So that graph looks different. So you have Ukraine, number 1, Russia, number 2, Kenya, number 3. That surprised me. I didn't know that. Number 4 is the United States. It's only about 8.31. Now they're saying it's 9%, right? Or they're saying it's 9 to 10%, but there aren't a lot of people in cryptocurrency, even right now. In the UK, it's even lower. It's 4.95%. India has what, a population of over a billion? I think 1.1 billion is at 7.3%, right? Let's go to the next one. Now, you guys know I saw The Matrix yesterday. What do you guys think this one is? I believe this is number 3. What do you guys think this is? And by the way, I did watch the new Matrix. You guys, for those that don't know, the original Matrix is my favorite movie of all time. But Matrix Resurrections started out good, and then I fell asleep. Once they had that feminist propaganda in there, I fell asleep, bro. I fell asleep. The last 40 minutes, yeah, bro, I fell asleep. You know what I mean? So number 2 is be willing to adapt. Okay? Number 2 is be willing to adapt. The market is evolving rapidly, right? So as I mentioned earlier, 2021 to me was the year of meme coins, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Satama, Baby Doge, Fag, Floki. I mean, we can go on and on with meme coins, right? And NFTs, non-fungible tokens, we already talked about that earlier, right? Nobody could have predicted the rise of Dogecoin and Shiba Inu, besides maybe Dogecoin and Shiba Inu early adopters or early buyers, right? So you have to be willing to adapt. One thing I realize is when I realized meme coin was a thing, I realized, whoa, and it made sense to me because the reason why a lot of big YouTubers in the crypto space, why they were lagging behind meme coins and game coins and NFT spaces is because they're looking at crypto still from like a what's the word? They're looking at it from like a traditional investor's point of view, right? Like they look at it like people who look at stocks, for example, or they look at it from like a traditional point of view, which there's nothing wrong with that to some degree. However, with crypto, it's a bit different. The average person really, while they can appreciate an Ethereum or Polkadot, Matic, they could really care less. Let's be honest. That's why meme coins exploded. Meme coins are fun. They're sexy. Yeah, brother. I get it. I get it. You're a fan of Solana and ADA. That sounds great, but it's boring. No. Give me that meme coin. Give me that sugar booty in you. Give me that pod coin. Give me that Shiba. Right? You know, you can be wise in things regarding cryptocurrency, but one thing I learned is with this market, you have to be able to adapt. You have to think in an orthodox way. And this is why I appreciate my mentor, the Prophet, because he is able to think in both ways. He can think in that traditional way, but he's also an unorthodox thinker. And so what the Prophet, he's given me this game the whole summer, and we're talking about this, and I'm confounded because I think I'm wise, but I'm not. I'm just being facetious. And he says, you know what? It doesn't make sense to you, but that's the thing. A lot of stuff human beings do, sometimes it doesn't make sense. And that made sense to me. The market will continue to evolve. Learn to adapt swiftly, okay? There's so many different things coming out. And as I mentioned earlier, it can be overwhelming, right? However, the reality is that you're going to have to be able to adapt because you just will. And there's some people who they're going to need help in that adoption process. There's nothing wrong with that. I needed help many times in the space, right? But the thing is, because adoption is happening so rapidly, for some people, it's going to be harder to adapt. Some people are going to be able to adapt like it's nothing. Like the saying goes, be formless like water. Be formless like water. Dollar Will says, in the long term, we are early, but the volatility will cause severe dips along the way, worthy of avoiding. I'm not a hodler. Again, I agree with your big picture view. Well, I mean, I agree with you and I disagree. We are early and volatility is severe. However, I think that with regulation coming into place, which will probably happen next year, I think that'll quell a lot of the volatility. But I do think that, you know, we have a long way to go. I do agree with that. Okay, so number one, and then I got to get out of here. I got to go do some holiday eating. That's facts. Number one, what do you guys think number one is? What do you guys think number one is? Hold up. Trust the process. You know, one of the YouTubers that I always refer to is Da Vinci 15, right? Some of you guys may know Da Vinci, right? Trust the process. Da Vinci made a video in 2013, May the 9th of 2013. You know how much Bitcoin cost May the 9th of 2013? I can tell you. I've got it up right now. May the 9th, Bitcoin opened at $113.20 and it closed at 112.67. So it was around 113 to 112, right? Da Vinci made a video on May the 9th and said that, hey, just buy $1 worth of Bitcoin. Now, last time I checked, because the price fluctuates, that dollar would be worth $457 right now. If you would have put $1,000 in when Da Vinci told you, it would be probably worth about $400K right now. When Da Vinci made that video, if you go back and read the comments, especially from early on, people were calling him crazy. People were saying it's a scam. Then when you read the comments from 2017, people were calling him a genius, a visionary. Now, if you read the comments, it's amazing. You have to trust the process, guys. So imagine he came out in this video in 2013. There wasn't no Bitcoin ATMs, not to my knowledge. I know that I never seen a Bitcoin ATM in person until I saw one, until I saw them put one up in the gas station. That's 5 minutes from my house. When I saw this Bitcoin ATM, this is by my house, 5 minutes away. They put this up earlier this year. I was like, oh, schneezy. This is happening, guys. Trust the process. Patience is key, guys. Patience is key. I can only imagine Da Vinci's frustration trying to tell people. And by the way, Da Vinci, very intelligent guy. He understands the technical aspects of blockchain far better than I can explain to you, definitely, right? But imagine you're trying to give solid food in the mouths of babes. Listen, guys, and I don't mean that in a way to insult anybody, but Da Vinci was so far ahead of his time that there's a reason why this video goes viral every time Bitcoin is trending. Now Da Vinci's living his best life. Salute to him, right? Patience is key. So when I lose patience, the thing that I do, besides reading the scripture and meditating on the word and praying and conversing with the Most High, I salute to the Most High, because all glory to him, as I said in the beginning of the video. But I always go back to this video. And I always go back to this video and I think to myself, I wonder what Da Vinci was thinking, if he was frustrated with people being dismissive of him. Or patience is key. Too many want to get to the end, but it's the process that helps you gain knowledge and experience. There's so many things that I'm still learning, guys. I'm learning about DAOs, right? Decentralized autonomous organizations, right? I got the Prophet. He's giving me different ways to look at cryptocurrency, to look at the technical aspects of it, how cryptocurrency and blockchain will revolutionize industry, not just in regards to, the tech space, but how it will revolutionize finance, how it will revolutionize how we operate in regards to our vehicles. Remember, we were talking about these electric cars and how they have these electric charging stations up. It's amazing. And when I take a look at, when I see what people are talking about on YouTube, I had to unsubscribe from a lot of channels, guys. I'm not even going to lie to you, because there's a lot of stuff. When I look at a lot of stuff that I used to watch, I'm like, wow. And sometimes I go back and I do watch certain things, and I'm not trying to diss nobody. I'm just telling you guys my mindset, right? But sometimes I do watch certain things and I'm thinking to myself, Some people are, it's like the Matrix. Some people are sleeping, and when they wake up, it's kind of like they're gonna wake up when you have like a nightmare or a night terror dream. Like it's gonna hit you different, right? And I'm not saying that, oh, you just watch crypto videos or finance videos. I'm not saying that. Yes, guys, like I said, take breaks, enjoy watching the foolishness. Sometimes we have to do, get our minds off things. Life is stressful. Life can be very, very stressful. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is trust the process. Stay the course, guys. No matter how discouraged you may be, stay the course. There's going to be times you doubt yourself. Trust the process. Stay the course. There's going to be times where there was a time last month. I was literally like, guys, there was a time like, I think it was last month. And I was thinking to myself, like, am I going crazy? Am I the only one who's seeing this? Heavenly Father, am I the only one who's seeing where we're going? Like, because every time I'm talking to people, everybody looks at me like I'm crazy. So am I going crazy? What's going on? And then the Staples Center, they announced that, oh, by the way, we're changing our name from the Staples Center to Crypto.com because Crypto.com bought the naming rights of the Staples Center for $700 million. And I said, thank you, God, for giving me confirmation. Thank you. Hallelujah. I mean, because it'll get to a point where you might think to yourself, yo, you talk to people, you try to explain things, and it's like, whoosh. Nowadays, I just keep, like, that's why I just keep things to myself. Or I talk to people that I know. Right? They laughed at Da Vinci, and now Da Vinci's laughing to the bank. Check his Instagram. You know what I'm saying? They laugh. Listen, go read the comments on the video. Trust the process. Read the comments in Da Vinci's old video. The old comments where people were calling him crazy. It'll never go anywhere. Go on Da Vinci's Instagram now. He had the last laugh. Trust the process, guys. Stay the course. Everything I'm telling you is things that I learned. You may have learned something different, but this is my journey. I'm telling you about what I'm going through. Patience. Experience. And when I laugh, I'm not going to, I already had my laughs. You know what I'm saying? I'll just leave it at that. I already had my laugh, so I'll leave it at that. Now, there's a bonus. Stay away from Bernice and Nicole. But hey, listen, stay away from Bernice and Nicole, guys. Now, you guys know who I'm talking about when I say Bernice and Nicole. You feel me? There's a certain type that is Bernice and Nicole. You feel me? I got to keep it. You guys know who I'm talking. There's a certain type, right? That doesn't mean every Bernice or Nicole. I'm just you guys know what I'm saying. Get you. I don't know. Get you a Rachel. Get you a Esther. You know what I'm saying? Nah. But you want to be seen with Bernice and Nicole? I get it. Listen, guys. I did it too. Like, I'm like, hi. I said, listen. I got me a Nicole ASAP. Listen, and I learned, guys. Listen, I learned. Okay, I learned. Woo! Stay away from Bernice, Nicole, Delilah. Stay away. Get you a Esther, a Ruth. You know what I'm saying? A Rachel. You know what I'm saying? Facts. 2022, I truly believe, will be the year of exponential growth and abundance. Right? I think that 2022 is going to be very volatile across all markets, not just crypto, but stocks as well. But I do think that 2022, regarding the cryptocurrency market, you're going to see exponential growth and abundance overall. I firmly believe that. I do. With all my heart and soul, I do. And everything that I've talked about in this video and everything that I've been talking about through the whole year, just watch all my crypto videos, supports what I'm saying. Supports what I'm saying. So, guys, I know things are, things are looking shaky right now in the world, and there's a lot of weird stuff going on right now. These demons are trying to push their satanic agenda. They're trying to infringe on your rights as a human being. But exposure will happen. It's inevitable. And I believe that things will get better. Things may get worse, but things will get better. Anyway, guys, I sincerely wish you guys a Merry Christmas. Check out my Patreon for coin analysis and market sentiments and stuff like that at www.patreon.com/solotv84. I'm very blessed to have you guys as viewers on my channels. I appreciate you guys. The haters too. I appreciate the haters too, because they just made me force me to step my game up. That's facts. But I appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know. You guys keep me going. You guys motivate me. You guys inspire me. And I thank you guys for that. I thank you guys for that. So without further ado, I'm hungry. Listen, I got to go holiday eating. God bless you. God bless America. God bless the world. And I'm out. Peace.